These are the times that Michael Jordan disrespected NBA players.
Called Jordan and Irvin, and now Jordan and Irvin want to go after it. Oh boy! Had Neely in there to grab to break.
First off, Jordan might say something so offensive that it would ruin Muggsy Bogues' entire career. Everyone believed the Hornets were done, with the exception of one player named Muggsy. In the 1995 playoff matchup between the Hornets and the Bulls, one more loss for Charlotte meant the end of their season. Being the shortest player in NBA history at 5'3", losing was not an option for him. This man would go down in history as a legend, and his career depended on this victory. In the fourth quarter of Game 4, with the score tied and only a few seconds remaining, Muggsy Bogues dribbled up the court in preparation for the game-winning shot when Michael Jordan stared Muggsy down and yelled, "Shoot it, you fuck midget!"
Muggsy open, takes that baseline jumper, and Michael there again.
The fact that Muggsy pulled up, took the shot, and missed it cost the Hornets the game proves that what MJ did was effective for him. He fell from averaging 11 points per game to barely 5 by 2001. That it was the single event that ended his career. But it doesn't end there. Michael Jordan was still striving for his first NBA title in 1988, and he was expecting to do so alongside his close friend Charles Oakley. Jordan was upset when the Bulls traded for Oakley, and there was no one better to vent his resentment on than the man who took his friend's position, Bill Cartwright. It began at their first workout together when Jordan began calling the guy old and complaining that he was constantly in pain. Also, Jordan gave Cartwright the nickname Medical Bill, and it didn't stop there. During passing drills at practice, Jordan just kept throwing the ball at him as if they were playing dodgeball. Jordan had shown him no respect, and Cartwright was going to let him have it. After a few weeks, it happened once more. Jordan stood up and told the team that Cartwright didn't belong in the NBA, and that was all Cartwright needed to know. If you want to know more about NBA moments, easy. Just like this video and subscribe to this channel. You should be aware that Bill Cartwright was 250 pounds and 7 feet tall. He had the ability to break Jordan's legs if he so desired. I don't think Jordan would have won 6 rings if he had no legs. So I assume that MJ trash talk worked out well for him, because he stopped acting disrespectfully after that and they ultimately got along. Jordan does not simply attack his opponent, he also attacks his teammates. When Coach Phil Jackson made the decision to have Steve Kerr and Michael Jordan guard each other at this moment in 1995, when they were participating in Steve Kerr's first practice game with Jordan. Jordan had little regard for Kerr since he didn't know who he was. Unexpectedly, Kerr responded to Jordan's abusive language by talking trash of their own. Kerr was clearly irritated when Jordan received the ball, drove to the hoop, and struck Steve Kerr with a hard foul. Kerr wanted to repay the favor the very next time, but as he was driving up the court, Kerr elbowed him in the chest, which caused Jordan to lose it.
He hauls off and hits me in the chest, and I just haul off and hit him right in the eye.
This person gave his teammate an actual black eye. The entire team had to intervene to break up the conflict. That's scary. But I'm afraid I cannot protect you from Jordan if he gets mad at you. If you don't like this video, share it and subscribe to this channel as well. Take a look at this then. Hall of Famer Gary Payton was destroyed by Michael Jordan in the 1996 NBA Finals as the Bulls defeated the Supersonics 4-2 and Jordan won his 4th championship ring. 25 years later, Payton believes that Jordan beat him by accident while they were both being interviewed for Jordan's documentary, The Last Dance. In the interview, Payton makes all kinds of wild claims about slowing down, shoving, and beating up on Jordan. Jordan was able to watch a clip of Gary discussing this, and his response became one of his most famously disrespectful moments.
And banging it took a toll on Mike. It took a toll, and then resting him a little bit, and then the series changed. And I wish I could have did it earlier. I don't know if the outcome would have been different, but it was a difference.
All he did was to laugh at Gary. Because of Michael Jordan, Kemba Walker lost tens of millions of dollars. Jordan selected Kemba Walker in the 2011 draft in the hopes that he would revive the entire organization. After only 8 seasons, Kemba made 3 All-Star teams, led the team to the playoffs twice, and established himself as the franchise's all-time top scorer. Wouldn't you think Jordan would have done all in his power to keep Kemba in Charlotte after his contract expired in 2018? Jordan humiliated him by not giving him the $220 million he demanded. Instead, Jordan only offered him $160 million, which is $60 million less. Kemba instantly quit after that. Just a few days later, he signed with the Boston Celtics for $40 million, which is $20 million less than what Jordan had promised. Well, I can't blame Kemba's decision, but I blame you if you don't subscribe to this channel. Just kidding. A piece of advice: if you want more videos like this, just do what I told you. MJ doesn't fall back at all, even from the biggest trash talkers in NBA history like Kevin Garnett. Well, it was 1996 and Garnett's Wolves were facing Jordan's Bulls. The game shouldn't have been close, but shockingly, the deficit was only 3 points at the break. Garnett and his teammate J.R. Ryder was having a great game when Garnett made the biggest mistake of his career by starting to talk trash. He told JR to keep killing Jordan out there and that it was simple to demolish him. Michael Jordan was standing right next to them and could hear all they were saying. Jordan came out in the second half and completely destroyed any hope the Wolves had of winning, going up by 21 points with Jordan scoring in every basket. When Garnett was removed from the game with time running out, Jordan walked by the Wolves bench and told Garnett not to ever disrespect the Lion again.
Never talk shit to Mike ever again in life.
Garnett immediately realized his mistake. Much worse, cause one NBA legend, however, could care less about Michael Jordan. No other than Charles Barkley. Barkley and Jordan's mutual disrespect grew to the point where it destroyed their friendship. They first met in 1984 as rookies, and over the following several seasons, they learned to respect one another's play until by 1992, they were close friends. Even though they got along well off the court, when it came time to play basketball, they wanted to murder each other. Jordan made the decision to offer Charles Barkley a $20,000 diamond earring before Game 4 of the 1993 Finals because he would do anything to defeat him. But the disrespect doesn't end there, since it happened once more in 2005, this time on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
You do say, though, that he is cheap. I've heard that.
Oh, my God. I say that. Everybody says that. We fight over the bill.
Yeah.
Because
In
I
Arizona?
don't ever want him thinking, you know, when you get in the limelight, you have a lot of freeloading friends.
Yeah.
I don't want him to ever think that I'm
you're
just
one of
hanging out.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we fight over the bill.
But he is.
Now, I believe we can all agree that this was just some joking trash talking. They were still close buddies at this point. That is, until Jordan took things too personally a few years later. The Charlotte Hornets had recently ended a season with the worst record in NBA history. Barkley appeared on an ESPN radio program and questioned Jordan's ownership abilities, saying, "I love Michael, but he's just not done a good job, even though he's one of my great friends." And Jordan felt betrayed when he saw this statement.
I can't have people around me who, if I have to be honest about them, they're gonna get mad at me.
And it turns out they haven't spoken since. Well, that's how disrespectful things have gone too far. It can't be taken back. Since this is the end of the video, don't be sad, cause there's more NBA videos that make you happy. Just follow this channel and you can see more videos out there.